Alright, in this video we're looking at maximizing and minimizing a function, or finding the maximum and minimum values of this exponential function. So this is the same process as when we looked at maximizing and minimizing other types of functions, particularly polynomial or rational functions. Um, so when you are looking to find the maximum and minimum value of a function over a closed interval, the first thing you have to do is find the critical numbers, which means find the first derivative. So the first derivative of this function would be, it's an exponential function, e to the power of something, so that's e to the power of itself, so leave the function, times the derivative of the inside part, which would be the part that's in the exponential. So that'd be 3x squared minus 1. So to find the critical numbers, you're going to find when this derivative is equal to 0. So this is the product of this exponential and this quadratic here. It's equal to 0. So an exponential is never equal to 0. So you could just look at when the quadratic is equal to 0. Solving for x. So x squared equals 1 over 3. So x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 over 3 are the critical numbers. So we have two critical numbers. So to find the absolute max and min over this closed interval, we're going to test the two critical numbers and the endpoints in the function. So we need to evaluate f of the first endpoint, f of the first critical number, f of the other critical number, and f of the other endpoint. Okay, so you're just going to sub these values into the equation. If you sub in -1, remember f at x is equal to e to the x cubed minus x. Now you can, if you want, you could show all the work here. You could probably just put it into a calculator or work it out really quickly. If you sub -1 into this, you will get e to the power of 0, which is 1. F at 1 is also pretty easy. If you sub sub 1 into this equation, you also get e to the power of 0, which would be 1. These ones will be a little bit more complicated. You're going to get a decimal answer. This one would round to 1.47. And this one would round, so you're going to get approximately 0.69. So the maximum value is the biggest one, so there's our max. And the minimum value is our smallest, so there's our min. So we can say, therefore, the maximum value is 1.47, which, if we want to say when that happens, which occurs, this wasn't actually asked in the question, but sometimes it will be, at x equals, that was -1 over root 3, and the minimum value is 0.69, which occurs at x equals the square root of 1 over 3. So that's how you find a maximum and minimum value of an exponential function.